Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
I'm appalled at what you said on that pod thing. It's disgusting.
This is the After the Show podcast. It's where we get honest and real with your ass. So sit back, relax, have a blast, because it's time for the After the Show podcast.
Yeah, hello and welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. Back from our little summer vacation. I know some people think that we're off every other week, but it's been pretty much since Christmas since we've really taken vacations.
It has been.
Yes. I was like, oh my gosh, every other week you guys were off. I'm like, well.
Who the shit said that?
It was one of the comments on our Facebook page.
Fucking lunatic.
Yeah, I know. It's like, no.
Simmer down.
May feel like
but
that.
you're a lunatic.
Yeah.
The vein in your neck is popping out.
We went 7 months between vacations.
The witch is right. Stop reading the fucking comments.
Yeah.
Damn, that was quick. You got him worked up fast.
No, it's
Gotta
passion.
get right in it.
It's passion, baby. It's nice. I haven't said an F-bomb on the air in over a week. It feels good.
Oh, you missed
Gotta
it.
get right in
I
it.
did. I missed coming to work. In fact, I almost kind of started getting some anxiety about work for some reason, and I wanted to get back. I needed to get back.
Let's talk more about your crazy.
Fuck. How long you got, girl?
You were having anxiety about coming back, like you thought you weren't going to be good?
No, I don't like being off too long. That gives me anxiety.
Gotcha.
If we're on vacation for too long. And I just didn't have a lot of things planned out that I wanted to do and just didn't get done. So I'm like, let's go to work. Let's speak to
Gotcha.
nice people.
Yeah, I was the same way. I probably was by Tuesday. I was like, I could go back. I was good. It's nice to have a little bit of a break because you do need to rest.
It is
a bit, just kind of chill.
Oh, nothing better than sleeping till 8.
No, it's great.
Oh.
But by Wednesday, I'm walking around my house talking to myself, doing a show basically, naked, balls out.
Yeah,
Sounds hot.
yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Really paint a picture.
So there's part of me is like, okay, it was nice. I mean, through social media, we were able to keep up with people, and then we had a great time at Crazy Horse on Saturday. It was awesome to get to see people. I mean, that's the one thing I really love the most about this job and just getting to see everybody that was there in the audience. It really is like family. So I appreciate everybody that came out.
Yeah, I heard y'all had a massive crowd.
A good crowd, yeah.
I had such a blast. We were just talking about it in the other room before the podcast started. We all had a really good time. There was some cuties there. I tell you what,
Okay.
man.
Oh,
yeah, there were. There was a lot of good-looking women there.
I was stuck in the airport, but I sent Panda in my absence, and he was like, whoa, y'all got a lot of fans that came out there to Crazy Horse. He was overwhelmed, and he has a little bit of that social anxiety. So I think for him, it was like, whoa.
Sure, yeah.
We got there at 4:20, and we got there early.
High as a kite.
We were late getting in because people were outside just shooting the shit with them. It was a very fun time. I had a good time anyway.
Yeah, no doubt. A lot of people from the chat room, Pickle Squad people, all kinds of people that were out there.
Nice.
Too many people actually to give individual shout outs to, but I got to see Michael. Michael come up to me and he said, what you guys did for Lauren and I years ago was so amazing. If you remember she was terminal and we'd helped them put together a wedding. She got the dress and all that kind of stuff. Well, sadly, Lauren has passed.
Oh.
And Michael's now living up in Michigan, but he came out and it really was, he just said, I want to let you know how much that meant to me. And there's a photo that we have with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of the photos. And so, that was kind of our cool way. I try to get photos with everybody. We try to get as many posted as possible.
Panda said he was taking pictures with people too.
Yeah.
He's like, it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I feel like I took
nice.
pictures with everybody. It was great.
Yeah, so we had all that going on. And so, you can check. We have a Facebook thread that was up. It's on our Facebook page that is on there. You will notice one photo that got a little contentious. Jaybird was taking a photo with one of our KVJ Nationers, and I guess his finger was his pointer finger was kind of curled up, and he was kind of like doing the OK sign on this guy's shoulder. And there was somebody that had issue with it and said he was trying to do I don't know,
the white power sign.
It's the Oath Keeper sign, and I don't really study on these kind of groups because I there's nothing I detest more.
Well, I felt terrible. I reached out to you immediately on Sunday morning because I saw the comment, and I had to Google what the one person was saying about it. And my heart dropped because, in my heart and spirit, that's the worst thing anyone to even allude. That's what I would do as a human. Yesterday kind of broke my spirit, to be quite honest with you. The fact that anybody would think I would ever in a billion years do that on purpose to be whatever, it did hurt my heart. And I felt bad for the gentleman in the picture because he doesn't deserve any of that.
Well, that was it. And I didn't, I didn't want to take that down. Because I didn't think, he wasn't the person who was making any complaints. It was a lady named Andrea who had said, "What's with the Oath Keeper sign?" And, I tried to address it quickly. I said, definitely nothing intentionally
He
done.
didn't even know he was doing the Oath Keeper sign.
You guys know that.
He doesn't even know what that is. Like 1 million people would see that picture and not see that.
And then I got on there and explained to her, I go, look, this was so unintentional, and exactly what I just said there. And she still kind of started pushing back at me. And I mean, I'm telling her there was an honest to God mistake.
Well, didn't she demand that we take the picture down?
Yeah, then somebody else shared it and said, this is terrible. Do better, KVJ. I can't believe this.
Better than what?
Well,
it was an accident. Your hand is just like making you're putting your arm around a guy taking a picture, and your hand is there, but you didn't do anything.
And I had a great conversation with him. He was such an awesome dude. It was such a great event and such a great moment, and I had such great fun. And then when I saw that the next morning, it really kind of broke me.
Well, she had fired back at us after I said, look, it was unintentional. I said, there's nothing there for that. And she said, KVJ show, you should remove the photo. As local celebrities, you have a responsibility to be aware and culturally sensitive. I am aware that there are some hate groups that use that OK sign basically is what it is.
But we're not in that
for
group.
their own agenda. Yeah, there's
didn't even
no
know.
way. Yeah, we don't sign off on that. I said, look, we're letting you know that that's not it. It was an incidental thing. And
well, I didn't want to delete it. I didn't want to, but I wanted to address it and just be honest with it because I thought if you deleted it too, then it makes it. I think that's
right. It gives her power.
Yeah.
And I responded back to her. I said, look, we appreciate your concern. I said, but we've addressed it. This photo shows love for all of our audience, and it's not fair to this person to have their photo removed because Bird's hand was accidentally positioned in a way that resembles some Oath Keeper sign. We have addressed it, and it was incidental, and so the photo will stay. So, and that's where we left it because, I'm not... Look, we always try to be sensitive to these issues, and there are times it's like, okay, we're unaware. But if we're getting to the point where if your finger accidentally resembles some kind of sign for something else, and now we wouldn't have not only had to remove his photo, it would have been all the photos. They would all had to come down, and we'd had to recrop them and put them up, and there's people comments and things like that. And so I didn't have the photos. I'm like, it's just a ton of work for a situation that I just don't think that we always need to be running. We have there's just a small portion of the population that wants to make such contentious issues about things. And if people are saying, I'm not trying to make a point, this isn't an issue. If somebody's trying to make an issue and be like, yeah, I'm an Oath Keeper, here's my sign, suck it.
I told her, I said, look, this was
not
just
at all what it is.
This was me. I'm drinking at the bar, having a great time, and I'm taking pictures of everybody. And someone else was trying to make it a big deal, Kev.
Yeah, so that's just it. And we said, look, it was unintentional. We're not going to ruin everything else for this one person.
But you have to look at it from my perspective too. It's on social media. People get on social media. If someone doesn't know our show and they want, because what had happened, I woke up this morning and saw someone shared it with their own narrative. There's nothing other than this guy is doing a racist symbol. This is terrible. Do better, KVJ. And that's what I don't like, because there are going to be people who see me in there, and that bothers me.
Well, that's just the thing, and that's what social media is. You're going to have those kind of things, and that's why we're insane, and that's why social media is so toxic. Is those kind of things happen, and what's dangerous about it is you do have the crazies on the fringes of our society that are propelling things, and they're giving validity to these ridiculous OK signs or whatever they do. But for the rest of us, the other 80 or 90% that are living in the middle, that this isn't something we would think. We don't have hate in our hearts. You're running crazy because you've got one side of the fringe that's making this sign something, and you got the other side of the fringe that is trying to point out anybody who accidentally has their finger almost resembling an OK sign, saying that they're now a racist and that you tell them they need to take all their photos down. And it's the whole gaslighting thing, as KR is pointing out. And KVJ, we're not going to live like that. So if we have people come after us for something, people who know our show, you know what's in our hearts, you know where we are. We would always be chasing our tail if we just went to every single whim that somebody came at us with. And you just have to say, look, you can't defend every single thing that's out there. You can just say, look, here's me, here's who I am. It was an accident. We addressed it, and we got to move on.
Yeah, I agree. Well, that makes me feel better. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So anyway, so if anybody did see that, that's what that was all about. But it was nice seeing everybody. It's not always nice the comments you get from the photos you post, but
being at the Crazy Horse was awesome. The crazy comments on Facebook, not so awesome.
Yes, and none of us are oath keepers or proud boys.
No, and none of us are racist. None of us would ever want to promote that kind of agenda. We love everybody, age, race, color, sexual orientation.
But
everybody.
Yasik's in the chat room, who's also at the Crazy Horse. Dark Horse is the other one, the other bar.
That's a Katy Perry song.
It's a bar too. It's the first bar I ever played at. I get it confused with all the time. I was talking with her, but she says if you did nothing wrong, don't let it get to you. And I see what you're saying, but it's
upsetting when somebody calls you a racist.
Absolutely.
And you don't ever want that label. That's just an ugly, nasty label.
It is. And I that's why that bothers me and upsets me, because I don't feel like I did anything wrong. But it still gets to me.
Yeah. And she actually talked to me and she gave me the phonetic correct pronunciation. I believe, was it Yasik's? I think that's what it was. Put that back in there because people were force feeding me Tequila Shot. So I'm like, okay, try to remember this tequila. Try to remember this tequila. And it's a little fuzzy, but I think that I want to get that right. So thank you for coming out, though.
Yes, thank you to everybody that came out.
The chat room represented, man.
They did.
It was great.
A lot of people were out there. It was great. And they had also auctioned off a bottle of Clase Azul.
Ooh.
And I couldn't believe the person who won it. They're like, let's all drink it here. And I'm like, that's real generous, because if I'd have won that thing, that bitch is going home with me.
I get it, though. You're at the party, man. Let's crack this bitch open.
I would crack it open. I would totally drink it with the group.
Well, and the hassle was because I had it. And it's so good. And
it's so good.
People are like, well, you're nursing that. I'm like, you don't, like, I can't. There's just a principle I have. I'm like, there are some shots you do. Somebody brought some kind of Kentucky whiskey, and
I think I had some of that.
Yeah, I did a shot of that, and that I'll shoot down real quick. But man, this tequila is so good. It's disrespectful to shoot it.
It really shows you how much we do trust KVJ Nation, because y'all could have easily poisoned and murdered me and Kevin. Drink this, Kev.
Okay, I'll drink anything.
I mean,
yeah, we were.
I'll take
Look at that dumb DJ. He'll drink anything.
I'll take whatever you give me.
Okay, so Alex sent an email. He said, I was so lucky I had Virginia on my plane back to West Palm on Saturday night.
No way.
Yeah. Got to say what's up to her and Rocco as we were leaving the plane.
Oh, yeah.
She was, of course, wearing her famous black witch's dress.
I was. I travel in black. It's slimming.
That's her uniform.
Yeah. And he got to see Jaybird a little over a week ago walking into Publix.
Oh, okay. I do remember that cat.
Yeah, Alex.
I remember him. I was walking in as he was walking out. He goes, hey, man, I was just listening to y'all.
If that's not on brand, I don't know what is. You're walking in Publix and I'm wearing black.
Yep.
If I ever go missing, just check the Publix at North Lake. I'm probably there.
In a cooler, locked in.
Got a little bit of an explanation as well about Blind Creek Beach, which, according to what we're hearing, they broke the world record for the largest skinny dip yesterday. Over 700 people showed up, broke their own record, actually.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Do you think we could get that many Nationers to do that? To break that record?
That's a lot.
That's a
lot, yeah. I think you need the power of what they're doing. We could go join them, but...
They specialize in nakedness.
Yeah.
We don't.
But do you think if we build it, they will come? Oh, that's probably the wrong term to say.
Can you not come while you're naked?
No coming while we're naked.
No coming on Blind Beach.
man. Yeah, that is the rule. If we're doing skinny dipping or anything new, there's zero coming.
I don't even want to see a boner.
I know, I get it. They say that it happens sometimes, but if you do, you're supposed to walk away.
Yeah, Cesar kind of gave us a...
How do you know this?
Well, there's an email here from Cesar kind of breaking down Blind Creek Beach. He said it's actually been a new beach for many years. It was only since 2020, after lobbying the county, they had it approved as a clothing optional beach. And the reason for the distinction is because you get county money for improvements. Like before that, the parking lot was just gravel. Oh. And so now they can be paved under county funds. They didn't have a bathroom or shower area like your other beaches, only porta potties. And now they can put into the county budget to have a bathroom and shower built. So there's still an ongoing battle for the Treasure Coast Naturalist to be a more modern beach. The north end would be considered to be more optional, whereas the south end is full-on nude once you come down the boardwalk. Cesar says we're normal like anyone else. For the most part, everyone's friendly. And yes, most first-timers walk around with a raging boner, but that's normal. As long as you're not pointing that thing at somebody, it's going to be good.
And P.S., there's no coming.
Yes. They said it'll go down eventually and all will be good.
First timers all have a boner.
There's no way.
That's fascinating.
There's no way I would have a boner. If I had to go do that, there's no possible way. I would be just too...
Well, you better not, because if you go, I'm probably there too, and I don't want to see all that. I want everybody to be flaccid around me.
I want to be flaccid too, but I do want to stretch her out a little bit.
Stretch her out.
He said
Don't
we have
tug it.
People of all ages, skin color, and sizes. Yeah, do they have a pre-tug area?
Can you fluff yourself?
Yeah.
Remember when I had to do that interview with the stripper a long time? She was naked and I was naked. And I think Heather was filming it.
Yeah.
That would not fly today, probably.
No.
Oh, my God. Just say
we
that
would
out
get in
loud.
so much trouble.
Our female producer was filming me naked, interviewing a stripper.
A stripper, yeah. It was naked.
Who was naked as well.
Yeah.
Is it too much? It's
too much.
Too nerve-wracking. Her boyfriend was there, too, which made it even more...
Was he naked?
No, he was there laughing and loving it.
Just having a great time.
Just having a great
old time. Yeah.
And I'm there. I'm like,
This is what we do.
Can this get over with, please? I did not like doing it.
Were you holding your junk or did she see it?
No, I think the deal was we had to blur it out, and I had to. It's on our YouTube. So yeah, I think I was full Monty, man. Which, wow.
Can we still get canceled for something we did 10 years ago?
I don't know. Probably.
It's either going to be that or an Oath Keeper sign.
Yeah, I'm getting us canceled. I'm at least getting canceled.
We used to do things you should be canceled for.
You're dangerous this week.
I'm like a fucking sitcom.
Cesar said we had people from all over the state for the world record attempt.
Wow.
That's cool.
Yeah. And he said there are multiple posts on the Blind Creek Facebook page. I had told you that the number they believed was over 700. How many exact number are they claiming? What do you think? I'll let you take a guess.
What are they saying?
Yes, this is what they're trying to put the official number at, because last year was 431. That was the world record last year. They've apparently shattered it over 700. What would the number be? 7 what?
69.
769. That's what they're claiming.
Oh, yeah.
Is the official new number.
That's funny.
769. So South Florida has the world record, even bigger now.
I mean, you can't have the number 69 for anything without it being. If you're number 69 on a baseball team,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, this guy loves eating. Well, yeah.
Let me see some other emails about what's going on around town. Got this from Ron in West Palm. He said, my family moved to Florida from Poland in 2005 for better work opportunities and lower taxes. My dad actually had come from the Soviet Union and actually bribed his way out of the country in 1986 because he was sick of working his ass off and having nothing to show for it.
Wow. Bribed his way out.
Yeah.
I bet that's a fascinating story.
Oh, absolutely. No, I mean, you look at other countries and what people go through, and it's just crazy. That's why, I mean, I think we're so blessed. But we do have some challenges, and I've been hearing about this a lot, and we've been trying to address it. He said, I've been working as a server on Clematis Street since 2008. I really like my living situation. I've got 3 roommates, and we're splitting a $1,600 a month rent 3 ways. So we'll have some extra money at the end of the month for gas, food, phone service, toothpaste, all those kind of things. Whatever you need to survive. Now, we typically rely on events like Sunfest and 4th on Flagler as servers to help us get through the slow season. But ever since the city of West Palm Beach got rid of the free parking, the number of customers coming out, especially on Sunday and weekends after 7 p.m., has fallen dramatically. Everybody I talk to is saying they'd rather drive to Atlantic Avenue in Delray Beach or Jupiter and park for free. Nobody wants to worry about getting a bogus parking ticket. And I saw somebody on social media that was ranting. They had come out of a place on Clematis, and what was the ticket? It was like $200 plus $200, something like that.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. It was absolutely insane. Because I can't remember the exact amount. I thought it was like $250 or something like that. Because my wife had asked me, I'm like, I think they were like $130. She's like, he says it was like $250.
That is insanity.
Well, and that's it. And I brought it up when they first changed it, and I noticed because we go down all the time to Clematis and downtown West Palm and that. And the problem that I'll tell you is they've got that Park Mobile app. That shit never works. Never works right. And I had the one time where something was entered wrong and I got a ticket and I had to call the city and it was just such a runaround. And look, when you're jumping through hurdles and it's a pain in the ass, and so I figured, I had told my wife, I'm like, this has to be hurting business. And so to have somebody run in West Palm confirm that it's crushing the business down there. Like, what are you doing? I mean, you got to make things friendly for people to show up. There's too much competition. You're just handcuffing your businesses down there. So then Ron goes on to say, starting on September 1st, our rent is going from $1,600 a month to $3,000.
Whoa.
Many of my neighbors and coworkers now have left the state or are living in cars. I even know of an accountant living in her minivan near Curry Park.
Damn.
Is she any good? Because I do need an accountant.
I don't know if that's the one you want.
I want to give her some work.
Yeah, you're right. Workers can't afford to live. I'm coming to the realization that South Florida has become unaffordable and unattainable.
Wow.
I've even considered moving in with my dad, who lives 9 miles away from the border with Ukraine. I would rather live under the threat of a Russian invasion than live with the threat of being homeless in Palm Beach County. That's how desperate we are. I mean, it's an interesting focus, and that really is the big issue that we got. It's a problem that we got to solve and fast. And we had addressed this right before we went on break. We'd had one of our KVJ Nationers that they needed $5,000 for a down payment on a place, or they were going to also wind up homeless. We talked about their situation. We posted on KVJ Cares, our website, and then they were a little upset because we were, kind of not giving them more time than that. We were doing goofy stuff, and they said, people are going through serious stuff. And I had said, look, hey, I sympathize with you guys, but we're here to try to get people's mind off of these real situations. But trust me, we will keep getting the word out and letting people know, and hopefully trying to find a way to put pressure on our city and government leaders to come up with situations. Because I tell you, I don't think the rich people, it's not hit them yet. They haven't realized that, hey, man, you're not going to have anybody who's going to be serving your meals, making your cocktails, doing all this kind of stuff unless we really start taking care of it. I know they're doing small things, but there's a lot of people that are hurting. And so I wish we could do more to help everybody out there, but it really is, it's an epidemic right now. And so, we're going to do what we can through KVJ Cares, that if people do have money, that you'll hopefully share the wealth a little bit with people in those situations. And if you're in a situation like that, then let us know. We'll post it up on our website, try to get the word out for you. So it's a real deal, and just know we're there for you. But I mean, if the government can't solve every problems, unfortunately, KVJ, we're not built for that,
I don't know. I kind of feel like we have it together.
Yeah.
Well-oiled machine.
Yeah, I wish we had. We would probably, I don't know, $400 million probably. We'd probably need to do this, even make a dent.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it really is. So just know that we are thinking of you there, and we wish we could do more. But we'll do all we can.
And that is a good point, though. Those servers are hurting down there in Clematis. And if you do have extra money, go down there, support them, tip generously, park in the parking garage, because that seems a lot less stressful than the stupid meter.
Yeah, well, it's just tough. You got to make it affordable and easy to get to. And I feel people feel for the business owners and also the workers in that area where a city government comes in, they put something in that's going to affect your livelihood, which is exactly what happens.
Sucks.
So it does suck. Absolutely. I got an email from Heidi. She said, TV shows watched. I got a friend on Facebook who listed all the TV shows he watches, and if you watch 10 or more episodes, you have to place a popcorn emoji by those TV shows. He listed 100 TV shows. Not all of them have popcorn by them, but it's interesting to see the breakdown of how many shows people actually watch. Yeah, it is something I'm always trying to find a good series to get on, and there are some series. You ever have a series and you're watching it and it's not really good, but you're still watching it?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of like you always talk about eating, Jay-Bird. Sometimes you get into some food and you're like going, I'm not really even enjoying this, but you continue eating it and you don't know why.
That's the word. You're full on bullshit. And I hate being full on bullshit.
That's how I feel about the new season of Bling Empire on Netflix. I loved season 1 because they weren't playing to the cameras and creating all this stupidness, and now this season just sucks.
Yeah, there's times where I'll try to binge watch something, maybe like around episode 3. If it's not good and I've wasted time, I start to get mild, kind of like depressed a little bit. I'm not going, this is shit.
Mm-hmm. So, I'm watching, my son had got me into watching All American. I think it's a CW show that's on Netflix as well.
Okay.
I thought it was going to be something we were going to watch together, and he's already gone on ahead. He watched all 4 seasons of it. And so, to bond, I've been kind of like trying to get through it, and it's about like a high school football player, but it's more about teen drama and relationships and all that kind of stuff. So, gosh, it's just, ugh.
So that's the struggle with Cobra Kai, Kev, is, you get a guy like me who's a fan of, Ralph Macchio and Johnny and all that. And then they try to throw in the teenage drama to get the youth in there. And sometimes they go a little long on the teenage drama. Like, I just want to see Daniel and Johnny kick some ass.
Yeah. This show's about 3% football, 97% teenage drama bullshit.
Yeah.
It's a tough watch.
Cobra Kai's not as much, but even my brother goes, there's a lot of teenage drama bullshit in this sitting there. I'm like,
Yeah. And then they keep me around. They throw up a football highlight. I'm like, ooh, okay.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. And then put up with the rest. Eric sent an email. He said, just curious to see if you're watching the new Big Brother season. There are 3 contestants from Florida, and one of the contestants went to Santa Lucia's High. He's from Lake Worth Beach. I don't really watch it, but I thought it was pretty cool. Seems like no matter what show I'm watching on TV, there's always somebody from Palm Beach County.
There is. We're represented a lot in reality programming.
Are you watching Big Brother?
I'm not. I've fallen off Big Brother the last couple years. I just felt like everybody turned into pussies, and they're like, you can't lie anymore. What?
The whole show is about lying.
Yeah, I like the old school Big Brother where you're in there to win it, and then after you go, oh shit, man, Virginia was medieval in there. You're the queen, and it's not like that. I feel there's just a lot of bullshit.
I like watching Celebrity Big Brother because it's fun to see like the celebrities struggle. Because being in the Big Brother house is manipulative and it's a pressure cooker, and a lot of these celebrities can't handle it and they crack.
I would love to do Big Brother, probably more than Wheel of Fortune. But
I feel like you'd be good.
I think I would do okay. Not at Wheel of Fortune. That would be just, I can't believe it. I'm on Wheel of Fortune. But Big Brother, I don't think I'd be first out.
No.
Although I am an old fuck now, so they always try to get...
The old guy can never do the physical challenges.
I remember I was so insulted because I was watching it with Denny's and his wife Jen, and they're like, oh, look, the old guy. They always have that one old guy. Oh, he'll be out first. And then they flash his age. This motherfucker was 2 years younger than me.
Damn, when you realize you are the old guy.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so the guys that are on Big Brother from South Florida, there's Joseph Abden, 24-year-old lawyer from Lake Worth Beach. And there is a photo of Joseph.
Okay.
And then there's also Joe Pucciarelli, a 24-year-old assistant football coach who lives in Boca. He's originally from Staten Island. South Floridian now there, and there's a photo of him if you're watching that, if you're watching KVJ TV.
Grant in the chat room's got a good joke only Big Brother people will know. If I was on there, I'd be the modern day Chicken George, the old Chicken George.
Chicken George. He was lovable.
Kevin would fucking hate Big Brother.
Kevin would hate Chicken George.
I'm not a huge Chicken George fan. I mean, he's okay. He's not my favorite. But I'll shut the fuck up. People hate when we talk about things they don't... Like, I don't know who Chicken George is.
Google him.
Or don't. I don't know.
I got an email from Donald, and he said, I see a bit ripoff happening here. I was watching the new show on ABC called Generation Gap. It's exactly like your Battle of the Generations. You got to check it out. Yeah, I think I'd seen the preview, and I thought the same thing. It's basically people from different generations trying to answer each other's pop culture trivia questions.
Yeah, it's exactly the bit.
Yeah.
But it's I mean, I don't
enjoy it.
It's cute. I saw a little clip of it.
And I mean, that's an easy thing for. It's not the first time people have done Battle of Generations before.
Yeah. We got Steven here. He said, I have a little question about the After the Show podcast. Questionable ad placement I noticed. I don't know if you guys are aware of this hilariously grim ad placement on the June 30th After the Show podcast, right after Virginia finished her depressing story about drunk grandpa offing himself in the basement. It's immediately followed by Virginia's ad for Atoll vodka. The gift of booze. Everybody loves it.
Holy shit.
I mean,
That was not on purpose. We do not insert those. Somebody does that for us. So
Every now and then that'll happen, though, where it's just the timing is just, shit.
so sorry about the timing on that. But it doesn't detract from the fact that Atoll does make a great vodka.
My favorite moment of the morning show today was Kevin's going to play audio of New Kids on the Block concert. So he plays 8 seconds of it, and it was just the crowd cheering.
just crouching. I'm like, what?
You couldn't hear a single New Kid.
No, it's just the audience. It was amazing.
What
I'm
is
looking
this?
at Kevin going, is there a song?
And I'm looking at Denny. He's like, well, what, is this it?
You got dennied.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Since then, a lot of people sent us the New Kids audio from the concert. Apparently, it was amazing.
It's not going to be as good as the audio we played.
No, you're right.
It's just never going to measure up.
Debbie from Boynton Beach, missed you this week. Hope you had enjoyed your well-deserved time off. We were driving down the road, and I'm looking down my phone as my husband drives, and he says out of the blue, I want to do a Hank Pank feline pancake. I got as excited as a bird, and I yelled, flat cat. And Nick says, yep, we just passed one. Oh, man, I started crying. He felt so bad. But we're laughing now, I just had to tell you. So people were making their own impromptu Hank Panks.
We were going to do the Hank Panks.
Inspired by Roadkill.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Kevin asked me to do Hank Panks on Saturday, but no one could hear the microphone. I think it would have gone bad if we would have done it. But drunk Hank Panks are fun because people are doing them on the side.
I don't know how good I would do it. Drunk Hank Panks.
Terrible.
So
would I.
Yeah, I don't know if we would have gotten any.
I'm slow, sober.
There's no way I would have gotten any.
Yeah. Let me see here. Other stuff that we got going on here. A couple stories that maybe we didn't get to. There's the possible scenario. I don't know that it's a confirmed story, but it was going viral like crazy yesterday. The New York Jets quarterback, his name's Zach Wilson. Cute young dude, only in his second year, Virginia.
Okay.
In fact, he played in the Boca Bowl. I went and saw the Boca Bowl and didn't realize I was sitting about 3 rows behind his dad. Big old dude. I guess his dad's pretty rich. I didn't realize they had private jet kind of rich, I guess. And so he has a young, cute, blonde girlfriend, and they've been on social media. Abigail, I guess, is her name, and they've been together for a while. My wife is aware of him because she follows all that kind of stuff. But I guess something had happened where his girlfriend, Abigail, is now dating his friend and former BYU roommate who plays for the Washington Commanders. He's a wide receiver named Dax Milne, I guess is his name. I never heard of him. And he posted a photo of the two of them together, and somebody responded to Abby as a homie hopper, jumping from one friend to the other on her Instagram. And she responded by actually her ex-boyfriend, Zach Wilson, was actually sleeping with his mom's best friend. So it sounds like he might have cheated on his girlfriend with his mom's best friend, and that's why they broke up. And now she is kind of getting back by dating his friend and former BYU roommate.
Wow. This is layered and awesome.
Yeah, that's
so he went cougar hunting?
Apparently he went cougar hunting. He bagged him. And the cougar was his mom's best friend.
Damn, I wonder if his mom knew.
His girlfriend finds out about it, dumps him, and then she goes after his roommate from college.
Wow.
Yeah, so I don't know. It was all over the place, and people were kind of,
I love it when drama plays out and people tell secrets on Instagram. It's amazing.
She has deactivated her Instagram, but of course somebody screenshot it. Now it's all over Twitter.
Yeah, when you see something that you know somebody's going to regret later, you always need to screenshot it.
Yeah. So I don't know. That could be happening. And then Dogicat was all upset because last week she had direct messaged Noah Schnapp from Stranger Things and asked if he could get her in touch with Joseph Quinn, the guy who played Eddie on the show. And for some reason, Noah decided to post their entire exchange on TikTok for everybody to see.
Ooh.
And Dogicat was like, okay, I thought this was like, this is a direct message. There's an understanding this is private.
Yes.
And she said it was whack, and she said, I did not want him to share that, but she said he's only 17. When you're that young, you make mistakes. She's 26.
True. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you ever have that? You tell someone, you're pretty sure that they would know it's for privacy, and they go and tell the person what you had said when it was clearly not meant for their ears.
Right.
Like, what the fuck?
I'm sorry.
There's just a lot of people
Yeah, you too. I'm not talking about you in this instance, but yeah, you too.
There's just a lot of people that, don't know how to hashtag be cool, and that would make me nervous. I would always think about that now. Before sending anybody a direct message, you got to realize that that's going to be screenshot. It's going to be posted.
Yeah.
You might as well, if you wouldn't post it up on your social media thread, I wouldn't send it as a DM.
Yeah, assume everyone will see what you write. And if you work from that place backwards, you'll never put something out there stupid.
I don't think it's cool. If you think you're having a private conversation with anybody and you're sharing it, I don't think that's cool.
I take a case-by-case basis.
Well, yeah, I know. You're part. Never mind. I'm not going to bring up this moment.
I'm the queen of secretly taping people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go. You know what? Tape me. I don't give a shit.
And before we get out of here, I want to say thanks to Rob Van Winkle. Vanilla Ice came on with us, talked about everything he's got going on, the I Love the 90s tour. He's doing another, he's working TV a lot. Another Vanilla Ice project they're working on. Doing it in Gulfstream, which is a kind of fascinating little area.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the house. The last one he did was like Wellington, Western Lake Worth, that whole area.
Mm-hmm.
And that thing was sweet.
Yeah.
He took us there a couple of times and gave me a private tour one time. Impressive.
Mm-hmm. Good stuff. He's also got his own energy drink out now. You can get on Amazon and at Target and all those different places.
He needs to drink it to keep up with all this stuff.
Yeah, no, you're right. And then we kind of ran out of time because it was at the end of the regular show. But I just wanted to put the cap on the last time we tried to have him on us because remember Chocolate Johnson, Mario Chocolate Johnson, who was one of the co-writers on Ice Ice Baby. He claimed that basically he wrote the entire song. Vanilla Ice had nothing to do with it.
Yes.
Yeah, so I had not kind of rounded off and put the cap on that. But Vanilla Ice responded to him on Twitter on June 8th. And he said, Suge Knight garbage. Now put your fanny pack on and dancing shoes and let's kick it at TMZ. So that was his official response to it. So he's saying that Chocolate Johnson is lying.
Damn.
Don't lie on vanilla chocolate. We see you.
Wow. What a story.
Yes.
I just love that it's chocolate versus
Chocolate
vanilla.
Johnson.
That's amazing.
Chocolate Johnson.
Team vanilla.
Yeah, there you go. All right, well, it's great to be back with everybody. Hope you all had a great Monday. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.